directions.
What a great way to start the recording. Just giggles and Sneedsville. Sneedville. All right. Well, it's been about a month, a little over a month and a half since we've last congregated. But we're here. We're drinking Everclear.
Get used to
We're back.
it.
We're whack. And we have a great band that Kevin Wallace, 88, picked from. What is that band today, Kevin?
Today we're going to be going over Ice Nine Kills, the greatest band to ever exist. No. Today we're going over famous last words. Are you guys excited to hear about them?
I've only been waiting for a month.
I'm very, very, very excited.
Whose fault is it that it's been over a month?
If you wouldn't have picked a band with like 93 albums, Kevin.
You picked Morgan Wallen, who had albums that were almost 2 hours long.
Don, I'm pretty sure one of Morgan Wallen's albums was longer than this entire discography.
Probably. So
I'm tired of you guys hating on me.
The only thing I hate is fucking Pop Psychology.
Best album of all time. Undisputed.
I bet it is.
Get that duck out of here.
All right, Kevin. Kick it off.
All right, Jordan. So, famous last words. I didn't learn this until recently. They used to have a former name. I don't know how you describe or how you say this word.
Are you stupid?
Yes. It's spelled Barlait. I don't know if either of you know how to pronounce that.
Relay.
Spell it again.
I'm not spelling it again.
All right, wait.
How am I going to know if I can say
actually spell it again.
Barlait.
Barlay.
Yeah, maybe. That sounds right.
That sounds about
a plant-based beverage. Interesting. Barlay.
Yes, they first started in 2008, and that was their initial first name.
I'm gonna pick them next.
They then, for a brief period of time, were called A Walking Memory, and then they became Famous Last Words.
Whoa, that's
but
what
they're from. So going back to, I guess, kind of the beginning, where they're from. I don't really even know how to say this either. Peotsky, Michigan.
Peyote. It's peyote.
You mean Poughkeepsie? You mean Poughkeepsie?
It's Pettskey.
Wait,
all right.
Spell
it again. Spell it again.
Pettosky.
Oh, Petoskey.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that word.
You said it's in Michigan?
Spell it backwards.
It's next to Sneedsville.
There we go. It's all we needed to know.
All right.
That's all we needed.
Driving or flying directions? No, I'm going to give you flight directions.
What's the zip code?
I don't know.
Hang on.
Why not?
49770.
Yeah, that's what I got over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's named after a town called Petoskey. All right, we're getting off track here. We went from Petoskey to Sneedville.
All right, yeah, we gotta get to it.
All right.
So that's where they're from. What else? Sorry, I'm looking through my stuff here.
I'm surprised the notes aren't fading away. It's been so long.
The current members of the group right now are Jeremy
Yeah.
Tolis, JT. I'll just call him JT.
Yeah.
Bassist Tyler. I'm not going to say his last name because I don't know how to say it. Guitarist Evan Foley and
How do you spell it?
drummer Cody Page. Sorry.
Cody Page.
Tyler's last name is Mykle. Michael Bust, I guess is my guess, because it ends in B-U-S-T.
Did you say you were about to bust?
I did not. I said Michael.
Oh, Michael's about to bust.
Michael's about to bust. Got it.
Yes, just so we're clear.
All right.
All right. So in 2008, when they first formed, the members were JT, Aaron Piano, Matthew Bell, and Craig Simmons. They released an EP called A Walking Memory.
Can I ask a question?
What?
Is the Craig you mentioned the same one recording our podcast?
It is, actually.
Oh, shit. Cool.
That's crazy. I didn't realize it had that much turnover.
They didn't stay with that first name for very long. They quickly renamed themselves as A Walking Memory. That's when they started kind of making their mark in the scene. They were known for utilizing like heavier guitars, catchy hooks. They were starting to find their groove. Hold on one second.
Get your groove on.
Yeah, I gotcha. Once they finally changed to the famous last words in 2010. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I can't read my handwriting.
I think that's when their first album came out, wasn't it? 2010 or was it 2012?
2010. It's the EP In Your Face was in 2010. Pick Your Poison was in 2012.
That's what it is, yeah.
And they signed with the independent label In Vogue Records. Aaron Piano, I'm probably saying his name wrong too, would leave the band after the release of In Your Face in 2010 and went on to start his own band named The Monsters I've Met, which I've never heard of that band.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have or not, Jordan.
I'm not.
All right, so fast forwarding into what I think is one of the coolest albums this is just my opinion, but in the past 10, 15 years, Two-Faced Charade, their first studio album, was released April 30th in 2013. And this album basically tells a story of JT playing a schizophrenic outcast who falls in love with his neighbor, Elise.
Yep.
And song by song, it tells a story, which is really cool. Like, what's Welcome to the Show.
Yep.
He follows her into our house, victim of the Versutro. That's where he finds out that she has a boyfriend. Relentless shows his anger going forward. It's just a really cool, like the music videos are cool. Especially,
in all seriousness, what you're describing there sounds a lot like the plot of a movie that we are not allowed to talk about. Well, that movie would be Fight Club, but we're not supposed to talk about it. Have you guys ever seen that movie, by the way?
I have.
Damn good movie.
It is a good movie.
But isn't it kind of that same plot, like schizophrenic guy?
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's similar. Not the same, but close enough. Anyways, please continue, Kevin.
But I will say JT, he kind of reminds me with Spencer from Ice Nine Kills. I think they could both be good actors, especially in like horror movies and stuff like that. They could easily play a crazy guy, crazy killer, and do very well. I didn't get any information on like how this did on the charts. Everything that I saw, it's just more so going over like an in-depth of the story that this album's telling. I really like the last song on the album where he tries to kill his like the demon or possessing or whatever he's seeing. and he stabs it, and he turns out that he stabbed himself. It's just a cool little. To me, it was almost like a little short film. Which,
that's what they were going for.
Funny enough, there is a short film and a short story, both written by the drummer Craig Simmons. JT directed the short film, and he also starred in it. So maybe he should. I mean, I said he could do it. So who knows?
Yeah.
But then the next one, in 2014 to 2015, they released The Council of the Dead. On Huh?
Also tells a story.
They are good storytellers. But they released that on January 27th, 2014.
Yep.
And in May of that year, they announced they were going on the tour, the Hope of the Revolution tour, going through August through the fall with Hawthorne Heights, Red Shoe Jumperatus, and the New Empire in the U.S. It reached number 91 on the top 200 and number 18 on independent albums on Billboard charts. On October 10th, the band announced the In Vogue Records tour beginning late November through December with fellow acts For All I Am, Kingdom of Giants, and Weather Eye. Haven't heard of Kingdom of Giants, but I do know a little bit about Weather Eye. They're not bad.
I see Kingdom of Giants mentioned a lot in the metalcore subreddit.
Have you ever listened to them?
I have not. Or I probably have, and I just don't realize it. Weather Eye, I do know.
Yeah, I got a couple of songs by them. They're not bad.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
All right, what's next? Bring on Show Me the Incubus.
I'll show you the Incubus. So, going to the next phase, from 2016 to 2018. What do I have? It says that they. Oh God, hold on.
Yeah.
They were signed by Revival Records, and they were working on their third album. And their first single was "Pretty in Porcelain," and an acoustic rendition of "I'll Be Home Soon." On June 10th, 2016, the band announced the Method of Madness tour, beginning in July with fellow bands Outline Color, It Lives, It Breathes, and Open Your Eyes.
Outline Color is a good band.
I've never heard of them either. I got a lot of bands to check out. On July 19th, Pretty in Porcelain was released on iTunes. On September 30th of 2016, that's when they released the Incubus, marking their only release on Revival Records before departing in December of 2017. In June of 2017, founding member Craig Simmons announced his departure from the band for personal issues. Going into the more present day stuff, I don't have a ton of stuff on that. I only really
there. Huh? There isn't much there anyway.
Yeah, because I mean Arizona's not bad, but they really haven't done a whole lot of stuff recently except release the newest The Show Must Go On.
Yeah.
Part 3. I'm trying to see if I have anything else real quick, but the more recent years, I just didn't have a ton of stuff on them. Jordan, do you think I missed anything?
I don't think so. I'm always curious as to where they got the name Famous Last Words from. Whenever I think about it, I always think that it's from My Chemical Romance, but who knows? Other than that, yeah.
I don't know, but it's a cool name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely got better with names over the years.
Yes. Well, yeah, from the 1940s until the late 2000s, every band was just the something.
Yeah.
The Fray.
Yep.
That's one of them.
The Neon Trees.
The Neon Trees.
The Morgan
Wallen. Oh my God.
The Morgan Wallen.
Oh my God, we should kiss.
In Sneedsville.
In Sneedsville. That was cute.
I didn't really, because I tried to look up and see if there was any controversy. I could see some people finding the story in the first album controversial, or maybe just too graphic or weird or scary, but
It's basic.
I didn't really see
premise of Girl Next Door.
Yeah, I didn't really see where there were any controversies. They kind of just seemed to be
I don't think I've ever seen him have one. So let's skip controversies for him because there are none.
Yeah.
All right, so are we jumping straight into Pick Your Poison?
That's what you guys want to do.
I'm ready.
All right, I guess I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, Kevin. The ball is in your butthole. Go ahead.
I don't want it there.
Sorry.
I wanted
where I put it.
Oh,
okay.
All right. Pick Your Poison, Labyrinth, and Starting Over. I thought were both good, catchy songs. I'll Get You Gadget. I like that song too. This Isn't Blackmail, This Is War. Also very good. I really like the interlude in it. One of my more favorite interludes, if I had to say. Snowmageddon was good, and I mean, I liked everything on this album. Bob Cox Lives in Ohio. My only question I had for that is who is Bob Cox? But
question.
I have to change my score on this because I think.
What'd you give it?
Originally, I gave it an 8.2, but I'm going to bump it up to an 8.6.
Wow.
That's a jump there, bucko.
It is.
Looking over these songs again, I'm like, man, I really like all of these songs.
All right. I'll jump in. Labyrinth. Awesome intro. Love the synths. Starting Over, to me, it was kind of a filler. It was an okay song. I'll Get You Next Time, Gadget. Decent song. It's a filler one again. This Isn't Blackmail. The only note I made about the song was the lyric "nice sweater, bitch." Interlude. I always love a good interlude. It was good. Great dance beats. My only qualm with it was that it's about 4 years too late. Bands had already gone and done this, like Attack and Asking Alexandria, the whole dance beats and stuff and heavy songs. That moment in the sun had already passed, so it was kind of random to see it. Snowmageddon was a decent song, and then Bob Cox Lives in Ohio. I don't know who Bob Cox is. It was a decent closer. Overall, I gave it a 6.5.
Yeah, I'll just hop on the train there. I thought Labyrinth was a nice song. Very interesting. I also, skipping way down to the interlude, coming from the last album, us having listened to, being whatever the name of Morgan Wallen's most recent album is, with an interlude, this one was like in a different galaxy as to how good it was. His was ass. This one was really, really good. I liked it quite a bit. Snowmageddon was, I liked that one all right too. That'd probably be my third favorite song on the album. But all in all, it was a good starter album. A little bit short, but you know, it's a first album, so what can you say? I gave it a 6.3.
Wow.
Not bad. It was a very short album, though. I figured you guys wouldn't like that, but
like, I mean, not every album has to be like 3 hours long, like Morgan Wallen, but I mean, at least like 10, 12 tracks, like make it a solid half hour, at least.
Once you start getting to 20 tracks, it's a little too long.
Yeah. I think somewhere in that like 12 to 15, 16 is kind of like the sweet spot.
Yeah, that's peak. I don't have a problem with that.
Well, if you do, I'm the problem.
And I'll see you in Sneedsville.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
All right, going on to the next album, Two-Faced Charade. I hope you're ready to hear me glaze. Welcome to the show. Huh?
I guess we're ready.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I got my glazing goggles on.
That's so weird.
Welcome to the show.
All right, Kevin, go ahead, start glazing.
I already am.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to the show.
Did I interrupt you?
Shut up.
Oh,
Shut
my
up.
bad.
Welcome to the show. It's a banger. Victim of the Versutro. Banger. The Relentless, not a banger, but I thought it was a good song. Voices, banger. Really like the ending. Lust of the Lost, banger. Legends and Legacies, heavy, heavy banger. I think that's in perfect hindsight. I thought it was a cool little intro. To play hide and seek with jealousy, that's going to be it's definitely in my top 5 from them. Very good song.
Mm-hmm.
Searching for a Home, I liked that. And to me, it was a good song. Yeah. Even a Ghost Has Sanctuaries, banger. And to end it off with a banger in The Show Part 1. I gave this one a 9.5.
Wowzers.
That is crazy.
All right. Well,
Love that album.
that's a lot of glazing, and I'll probably do some as well. Welcome to the show. Amazing setup to the album. I love the dynamic with the cleans and uncleans. It still amazes me that he's able to do that so quickly and just flawlessly with his singing and screaming. Victim of the Virtuoso, a great follow-up to the intro. I love the little cool blast beats for about a minute in it. And then I wrote that this is where you can see he's trying to give a reason for his actions. Relentless, kind of like you. This is more of a filler song for me. Voices, great. Chorus, I love the chorus in this song. In this song, you can see he is sad. The girl is taken, and he is starting to really spiral down to going crazy. Lust of the Lost, I love this song. Great instrumentals. You can see the insanity is starting to take over his brain. Legends and Legacies. It's overall a weak song to me, but it's a good chorus. Perfect Hindsight. It's a good interlude. It kind of mixes all the songs pretty well. Hide and Seek with Jealousy is arguably one of their best songs in their whole discography. It's very good. You can see at this point he has gone completely crazy. And in this song, I love the back and forth that you see with the singing and whatever around the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Searching for a Chance. This is or Searching for a Home. Sorry, I think that's what it is. It's more of a filler song for me. Goes to Sanctuary. Great song. The Show Part 1, I gave it an A++++. Great back and forth. Unfortunately for me, this song is 2 years too late. Because if this song had come out at like the tail end of like the 2000s, this would have been arguably one of the biggest like heavy songs out there. Unfortunately, that kind of music was just absolutely at the bottom of the barrel in popularity at this time. So it really sucks they were kind of late with it. And then Show Part 2, great closer, and I love how it combines all the songs into one. Overall, I give it an 8.5.
I will say, I just forgot to say that I forgot the Show Part 2. That was a good way to end it.
Yep.
But,
See, I'm going to be in the minority here. I mean, still overall, I thought the album was solid. Like, I agree. Welcome to the Show. Good start. But to me, the album did pick up towards the end. Kevin, when you said to play hide and seek with Jealousy is in your top 5, I'd go even further. I might put it in my top 2, if not my favorite song I've heard by them. Like, it is just such a good song.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it really is awesome. Throughout the entire album, I kept finding myself thinking, I really like the music. I don't care as much for the vocals, whether it was screaming or singing. And I thought, for me, The Show Must Go On Part 2 was the perfect embodiment of that. I thought the singing, he often sounded really whiny, especially at the ends of lines. And then the screaming in that song in particular was just a little more than what I wanted. In The Show Must Go On Part 1, I liked the screaming better. I thought he wasn't quite as whiny. I did like that song, the Part 1, quite a bit. I just, sometimes his singing got a little on my nerves. But I still gave this a much improved score. I gave it a 7.6. So it's trending up.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely a lot better than the first album. More consistent as well for me.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, so now we're talking about whatever that band was. I forget. Hell yeah. Shit.
Rev
I picked
Theory.
them too. What did you say?
Rev Theory.
Yeah. That one.
Good old Rev Theory.
All right. On to the Council of the Dead. Letter to the Council. I thought was a cool intro. Council of the Dead is another one where it's a banger. I love the breakdown in that song. The Fog I didn't hate. I thought it was all right. It's not a bad song. I just didn't have too many notes on it. Oh, Hell in the Headlights. I'm trying to figure out what I said.
You're going to like what I said about it.
I mean,
Eagle.
What I could make out from my handwriting is it says good song, but I wrote more. I just don't know what I wrote. Brothers in Arm, I thought wasn't as... I mean, it's not a bad song, just not one of my favorites. The Killing Zone I liked. It was good. Fast pace. Fading Memories was good. Entity, I thought the instrumentals in that were pretty good. The Uprise, it was just kind of My Life Before My Eyes, to me, it was more kind of a softer song from them, but I thought it was pretty good. I think One in the Chamber is probably my favorite song by them. I watched the music video for that multiple times, and he talks about losing someone from suicide. The music video for that's pretty cool. And the End of the Beginning, I thought wasn't bad. And I gave this one an 8.5.
Good score. So with this album, obviously it tells like another story, has a theme. Every song is supposed to, I think in what I interpret it as, it's supposed to be every song shows off a different way of someone dying. So you had Letter, which is spoken word intro, which I love those for albums. Good. Council of the Dead, there's no dying in this one yet, but arguably top 3 song of theirs. This is I always like to think of it as like the gates of heaven. This is the council waiting for people to show up who have died. So Fog, to me, was kind of a filler song. I could not figure out how they died in this song. Hell in the Headlights. The first thing I wrote was DUI. Because it's a car crash, and the person getting the DUI was where they were drunk driving, and they ran over a little girl, and she died. Brothers in Arms, it's a war song. That was good. Killing Zone, it kind of had... So by this point, I've noticed that the past couple of songs all have the exact same intro, and I even put LOL for every song. Um, they all have the same beat, same everything for when it's starting. Fading Memories, great song, top five for me. This is a drug overdose song. Entity, good little interlude. Uprise was catchy. My Life Before My Eyes, it's a classic saying. I think My Chemical Romance did that song better. It's just about dying. One in the Chamber, obviously, you said Suicide. Great breakdown of that song. I sneezed. Great song. End of the Beginning, and a little spoken word ending. Kind of cool. Overall, 8.0.
Nice.
Yeah,
About to hop is not glaze and give it a 2.
no, I'm not going to go that extreme, but it definitely was a step back from the previous album. It kind of just, the first 3 tracks were just, eh. I liked Hell in the Headlights all right. Definitely the best to that point. What I really liked, though, was down at the end of the album, One in the Chamber. I would also put that in my top 5 of their songs. If I am remembering right, it's a pretty heavy track. I really liked it. I'd probably put that up there with The Show Must Go On Part 1 and yeah, that hell I'm really struggling with words if you can't tell. I'd say that To Play Hide and Seek with Jealousy, The Show Must Go On Part 1, and then One in the Chamber might be my top 3 songs of theirs. So they were kind of on a roll in this little time frame. Again, I think their drumming and their guitar playing like really go well together, and they've really captured something there. It's just the singer is holding me back a little bit. He's not the worst singer ever. He just isn't what I would pick stylistically. So I did back down a little bit. I gave this one a flat 7.0. Still respectable, especially for me, but it didn't quite give me what I was hoping it would after Two-Faced Charade.
That's fair. That's not a bad score.
No. But now I'm really excited to talk about our next album.
I'm glad we all seem to really glaze over One in the Chamber.
Yes.
It's a good song, man. It really is.
That is a good song. One of my favorites all time.
Good.
Yeah. But now, like I said, I'm super excited to talk about Two-Faced Charade Instrumental.
No. Shut up.
I'm going to glaze so hard over this one.
The lyrics
I might need to borrow your glazing.
I love the lyrics. The lyrics in that one are great.
The lyrics in which one are great?
The instrumental.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're so good. Dude, perfect, if I say so myself.
I could listen to that album my whole 15-hour drive to Sneedville.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget about the, what is it? 20 and a half hours to Sneedsville and then to Petoskey. Now there's a road trip.
I've been close to Petoskey. I would never go again.
It would only take us 34 hours to do that loop. Just
you know
saying.
What? We better get started.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin, what's the next one?
The Incubus. So for that one, it starts off with Trophy Wife, which I really liked it, especially the start. I went ahead and wrote down Banger. Pretty in Porcelain. That was a pretty good song. Burn My Burdens was good, fast pace. I don't know what else I wrote for it, but it was a good song. Debilitated, I think. God, I need to work on my handwriting. Was a good song. The Dark You Fear at Night, I wasn't as crazy about.
Didn't glaze it.
No, not as much glaze there. 11:59, I thought was a good song. Your Escape was very catchy to me. Maze in My Mind was okay. The Judged, I liked the start of it. How the Mighty Mock the Weak. One of their softer songs, but probably one of my favorites off that album. I thought that was a pretty good song. Marionette, I thought was pretty good, pretty fast, and Tear Me Apart was a good ending to the album, in my opinion. I did not like this one as much as the other albums, but I still don't think it was a bad album.
You're
I gave
lying.
it just wasn't so more. I don't know. It just kind of fell off a little bit for me. I gave it an 8.4.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So, The Incubus. Trophy Wife. Not a good opener.
What?
Pretty in Porcelain. It's a good song. Bury My Burdens. It does have Matt Good in it, which is a good feature. If you don't know who he is from First to Last, who also Skrillex. Debilitated. Good screams. The Dark You Fear. 11:59. Good vocals in it. Your Escape. It's a nifty song. Maze in My Mind, a cool overlap from the previous song. Judged, a cool choir part. I love choir parts in songs. Mighty Mock the Weak, a good little acoustic ballad. Marionette was kind of a filler to me. Tear Me Apart, it's an okay ender. Overall, the one thing that kills this album for me is I do not like the production. It does not sound good to me. I give it a 6.0.
Oh, wow. I was right there with you, Jordan. This album did not do it for me. There was no real song in particular that stood out to me as like, oh, this is a great song. I need to listen to this again. It was just all kind of getting through it, for lack of a better word.
It wasn't cohesive. And I remember, like, back when it came out, I loved the previous two albums, and they were doing the advertising for this album, and it was all over the place, and it just wasn't good. And I can see why this album didn't even chart when Council of Dead hit the top 100. So it was a very, very big step back, and to me, I think it killed the band.
Yeah, which is a shame because I thought they were a pretty solid band going into this, but
Yeah.
you're right. It just any momentum they had, this killed it for me. Like I said, no songs really got me hooked. All in all, I gave it a 6.1 because it was just, like you said, it was kind of disjointed. It didn't flow, and it was in no way memorable to me. If they wouldn't have put out this album, I'd have felt the same way about the band.
Yeah.
Then after they put it out, so it just wasn't worth the listen to me. But I do want to put in a plug for something else. It's not an album; it's just a single. But the Bohemian Rhapsody cover that they did either one of you listen to that?
I did.
I really liked that.
I thought it was good.
I thought it was very good, and I'm not the biggest Queen fan, but everybody knows that song and likes that song. But I really, really liked their rendition. And it's very different from anything else they did. But if they would have had more of that kind of sound on the Incubus, I think it would have scored higher for me.
Yeah.
But like I said, it is very different from their core sound. Anywho, I had to put something in there about Bohemian Rhapsody.
It was a good cover. Good cover. All right, Kevin.
Then finally bringing it home is Arizona. Runaways I didn't totally care for. I thought it was okay. Not anything crazy. The Game I enjoyed. I thought that was a good song.
Triple H.
Same thing with Broken Glass and with Scream. I like those songs. No Walls. I thought it was okay. I ended up giving this one a 7.9.
Interesting. I mean, the only notes I took for Arizona was The Game, Broken Glass, Scream, question mark, Electronic, No Walls, I gave it a 5.5.
Oh, see, I did kind of like Scream as a song. I thought that was pretty solid. Broken Glass probably was my second favorite out of it. It was okay. I went a little bit higher than I had been previously with the 6.4, but again, it just nothing. Their best work was behind them at this point, I think, and these songs don't really hold up to it, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Kevin disagrees. He stopped talking.
The only other note I made was that they also did that cover of Hurt, and I really like that.
I
I
did
did
not.
not hear that.
You didn't like it, Kevin?
I didn't listen to it.
It was good. But it is what it is. It's a cover of a cover of a cover. I guess I gotta do some math to add up my scores.
Yes, I just did my math, and my average score came out to a 6.6.
It's like my average from every single one.
I gotta
Hey.
do the 9.
I am not generous with my scores.
Well, you shouldn't be. You should, hold bands accountable. If you put out garbage, you get a garbage score.
Let's see. Fine. 1, 2, 3. My average score was a 6.9.
Nice.
Arizona and Incubus really drag it down.
Mine was an 8.5.
Good lord. Mr. Glaze over here.
I told you, they're right up there with Ice Nine Kills for me.
Yeah, they're a great band. Not gonna discredit them. They deserve all the love in the world. Do we have any final thoughts?
I just hope they kind of, because I agree they kind of fell off a bit for the last few years. I hope they get back to how they were a while ago, and hopefully they can bounce back and get better, or get back to being a banger.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Incubus guy, that album killed their momentum. I mean, that was 8 years ago. It's been a long time.
The show part 3 was pretty good, so
That was a good comeback.
yeah.
Any final thoughts before we listen to John pick his band or artist?
No, I'd say the same thing of what Kevin just said there. The show must go on part 3. I like that single.
The newest one,
good.
yeah, that was good. That was a good comeback. Hopefully they can keep doing that.
And yeah, I'd put that in my top 5 as well. That's right up there with the best, I think. So
yes,
hopefully that is a sign of them building back. Because when they were at their peak, I enjoyed it. I listened to that. So hopefully they can get back.
I hope so too.
Only time will tell.
That'd be a great name for a song.
It'd be a great name for a band.
It'd be a great song to listen to get a DUI.
DUIs aren't fine.
I don't know that I agree with that part, but
I do.
Hell yeah.
All right, John. Who you got?
So I've debated a long time, and I'm kind of between two groups. And I'm not sure what to do. So I'll ask Kevin, since we just listened to his group. Kevin, do I go with band number 1 or band number 2?
Do I have any hints about the band or no?
One of the bands has the same name as a NFL team. The other is named after the founding member. They're both like older, like 70s to 80s groups.
Oh
Trying
God,
to bring us into a new genre.
Oh, I'm not gonna like either of these.
Oh yeah, you might. I don't know if you will, but you might.
Let's go with the first one.
All right, we're listening to the Eagles.
Oh,
That is our next band.
All right. I'm intrigued.
So that also brings up another question, because if we're listening to the Eagles, of course they have all of their, like standard albums.
Yeah.
But then they have, I don't think we need to listen to live albums. I think that's okay. But then they have several like greatest hits albums that I think we should, I personally think we should listen to them for fun, maybe, and we can talk about them. But I don't think that should impact the overall score, because if you're making a greatest hits album, theoretically, it's the best you've got.
All right. How about this? How about you put in the chat all the albums we need to listen to?
Okay, I can do that.
Right. But for greatest hits, we won't score those.
Got it. That works for me. I think that's perfectly fair.
I'm fine with it. And
Sounds
then I guess we'll meet back again in 3 months.
I'm a little busy in 3 months. Can we make it 4?
I'll be in Sneedsville.
I'll see you in January. We'll meet up in January in Sneedsville.
January in Sneedsville. Perfect.
Drinking Everclear.
Yeah.
No, that's on the way there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
When we get there, it's just Rumple.
Oh my gosh. The amount of Rumple shots people have been giving me lately is unreal.
I haven't had any since I last saw you.
Who's giving shots?
The other week I went out to like Mojo's and Brew, and I was like, all right, bartender, what's your favorite drink? And 2 of them said Rumple. So I did 2 Rumple shots there. Last weekend I was out at Brick Room and ran into an old buddy. I said, oh, I want to get you a shot. What are you drinking? Rumple. I said, Jesus, that's too much.
That's all everybody knows. Rumple is the move, man.
Yeah, it is. It is one of the moves of all time.
Because after a few, you ain't moving.
No, you are not.
You're going to be up there singing Fireball.
One person recommended that. What do they call it? A fire and ice?
Yeah.
They said, do one of those. I said, no, I don't think so.
Got to ask for the Black Betty next time.
Oh, yeah. Kevin, did I tell you I was in OC last night and was trying to convince my family to go to a sandbar?
Why didn't they go?
I don't know. They're not karaoke lovers like we are.
Are they alcohol lovers?
Well, I wouldn't say lovers, but they're amateurs. They attempt.
Will they drink Rumple?
Probably. Well, I made my dad drink a shot the other day, but other than him, I don't think anyone would.
Does he like it?
Yeah, well, I kept telling him that. I said, dude, this stuff's like, it'll knock your socks off. It's strong. And he said, it's just schnapps. It's not going to do anything. And then he took a sip and his face shuddered. And I said, see, I told you. It fits.
It's like me every time I take my 30th of the night. All right. Anything else for the good of the group?
No, I don't think so. I think that about covers it, boys.
All right. So this has been 3 men, 1 band, recording from Sneedville. We hope to see you all next time.
No.